Karine, is it the administration's view that this reporter is being wrongfully held, or is that still a determination that's in
So there's a
progress?
process that the State Department runs, and we're going to let that process move forward. So not going to get beyond that.
Okay, and then another topic. Do you have any response to the article that was written by Senator Joe Manchin, where he particularly the conclusion that he made that the administration is improperly putting the Inflation Reduction Act measures into place right now?
So let me just first say we have a respectful, a productive relationship with Senator Joe Manchin, and we are very proud of the Inflation Reduction Act and our shared goals and values that the President signed into law, as you know, this past summer, and a couple of things that we are incredibly proud of: promoting America's energy security, strengthening supply chains, creating good-paying manufacturing jobs, and investing in energy communities and towns across America that have been left behind. You hear the President talk about building an economy from the bottom up, the middle out, and making sure no one is left behind. This is what the Inflation Reduction Act shows and proves. And so we're going to continue to work with Senator Manchin on those shared priorities and values, including reducing the deficit and the permitting reform, which are both part of the President's budget. Again, we are very proud of the work that we've been able to do with the Senator, and I'll leave it there.
And finally, do you have any reaction to the federal judge striking down part of Obamacare, in particular the part about providing certain preventative care to people?
Yeah, a couple of things. We do have some things that we want to put out there. DOJ and HHS are reviewing the decision made by the judge in Texas earlier today. But we want to be very clear. This case is yet another attack on the Affordable Care Act, which has been the law of the land for 13 years now. 13 years. In fact, as all of you guys know, the Supreme Court has upheld the legality of the ACA 3 times. They've had to do that 3 times in those past 13 years. And because of the ACA, you see 150 million Americans have access to preventative care like cancer and heart disease screenings. 60% of people use a preventive care service under the ACA every year. That's 60% of Americans across the country. Preventive care saves lives, it saves families money, and protects and improves our health. This case gets between patients and their doctors. That's what it gets. It gets involved in a decision that patients and their doctors should be making. It's yet another attack on the ability of Americans to make their own health care choices. Efforts to undermine this requirement are wrong, and they take us backwards, not forwards. So the administration will continue to fight to improve health care and make it more affordable for working families, even in the face of these attacks by these special interest groups that we see out there. Go ahead.